Welcome to the first new book releases for November. This month is full of sequels and conclusions, with this first list being no exception. If you want more details about any of the titles, you can check out the description down below, where you'll find links to the individual books as well as full descriptions. I hope you find something, though, that you want to pick up, and we're going to get started with fantasy. We start this week off with a trilogy conclusion. Empire of the Dawn by J. Kristoff brings his Empire of the Vampire series to an end. Then, sequel in the Last Legacy series is The Blackfire Blade by James Logan, a sequel I'm looking forward to for the Hollow Covenant trilogy, maybe? The War Beyond by Andrea Stewart. I really enjoyed the first book. The start of a new duology is Fallen City by Adrian Young. Possibly a standalone novel, Ship of Spells by H. Leighton Dixon. Sequel of the Ravenets trilogy, The Burning Queen by Aparna Verma. The conclusion of the Witch Roads duology, The Nameless Land by Kate Elliott. The next book in the Inheritance of Magic series, A Judgment of Powers by Benedict Jacka. Another probable standalone is The Sacred Space Between by Callie Reed. Our one romantasy this week is A Heart of Crimson Flames by A.K. Mulford. It's the conclusion of the Golden Court series. Into more contemporary romance, first up is a mafia romance that definitely you should check the trigger warnings, content warnings for. This is the first in the Society of Villains series, which so far she has 7 book titles planned out, and it is Bad Bishop by L.J. Sheen. Then more of a romance thriller, Blackthorn by J.T. Gessinger. A regular thriller, Other People's Fun by Harriet Lane, which transitions us into our fictions of the week, which looks at a lot of different family dynamics. Otherwise Engaged by Susan Mallory, that has mother-daughter bonds and relationships and struggles outlined. And Palaver by Brian Washington, looking more at a mother and son and generational and cultural things, followed by That's Not How It Happened by Craig Thomas, looking at a whole family dynamic in a different. From there, we move on to our YAs, the first one being a YA sci-fi, Cold Wire by Chloe Gong, the first in her Strange Loom trilogy. For more YA fantasy-tinted YAs, the conclusion of the Witchland series, Witchlight by Susan Dennard. A prequel novel in the Inheritance Games series, The Same Backwards as Forwards by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Possibly a standalone, The House Saphir by Melissa Meyer. Then the first in a new series by an author duo that has written together before, A Fate So Cold by Amanda Foody and C.L. Herman. And finally, we have A Dark Forgetting by Kristen Cicerelli, which is being republished and renamed because it was originally published in 2022 under the title Edgewood. That's the end of this week's really chunky list. Maybe you were able to find a new title that you want to pick up or add to a TBR list or pile, especially with some of this series concluding now. If there are any other titles, though, that you want to let people know about, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Hopefully, though, you enjoyed this video. You'll give it a thumbs up so that way the algorithm can push us to more people that want to find out about new books. If you would like to find out about more stuff coming out in November, we have our anticipated releases list, or, you could subscribe. That way you come back every week with the new book releases are released. I hope you're finding a great book to read today, having a good day, and I will see you in the next one.